Well, I'm just going to start the show. Because you hear that? I've been waiting for 20 minutes for that Yahoo across the way. Stop blowing leaves. 3 times today he was out. He blew off his driveway. And the leaves have fallen from the tree from the neighbor's yard, his house. And he's blowing them all back over to the neighbor's lawn. So hopefully he stays quiet like he is now. It's not as loud as it was before. Smoking some John Cotton's double pressed in my Wally Frank custom built. And I have to say, double pressed Virginia. Let me make that clear. It's not the Kentucky. I have to say, it is much better in a non-filter pipe. I don't know the science behind it. Don't understand it. I don't get it, but it is what it is. So I was carving some wood last night. And I sliced my finger open from here all the way down to here. Wife said, "You need stitches." Nah. Washed it out. Dried it off. Crazy glued it. Seen them do that in ERs. As a corpsman, we did it. I didn't want to sit for hours in an emergency room. Hey, you dang squirrels, get off my bird feeders. So, anyhow, sold one of the walnut stained tobacco trays / cutting boards. You want to stain them. They're tobacco trays. Can't use them as a cutting board because of that stain. And I've been given it's the same walnut, dark walnut. Look at that. That's tiger maple. Tamper. That goes along with it. That's a gift with cutting board, $12.99. Free shipping in the U.S. and a free tamper. And then I got my cutting board / tobacco tray. That's the gun stock. I like that one. That one's mine. This will be going out in the mail tomorrow to you, my friend. So, I have all your information. We'll be putting it in an envelope tonight. And I'm going to get me an air rifle. Because the squirrels around my house are nice and fat from all the bird feed. And it's a big bird feeder there. The squirrel just shook it to knock all the seeds down onto the ground. I'm going squirrel hunting with an air rifle. Here you go, Mr. Gopher. I'm coming to get you, Mr. Squirrel. Yep. You and me. Like old Carl from Caddyshack. Retrohale on this is really good. You know, I've smoked it several times since I've gotten it, and I like it better in a non-filtered pipe. And now the football game's gonna be going. Leave the highway. Now you got noises all around you with leaf blowers and football games. Thought I moved to a quiet town. And we're outside of town. Trains will probably be going by soon. There's a train that goes right through town. Comes across this way. Freight train. But anyhow, yeah. So I thought I'd come out real quick and do a quick video and stuff. And wanted to show you that finished tobacco tray. I have oh shoot, I counted, I can't remember now. I have quite a bit left. I have enough left. I think I've got over 20 left. I think. I counted them this morning, I can't remember how many I have left. Anyhow, I've been building my benches for the workshop. Got everything, got to finish up one of the other benches. Then the benches are all set up. I'll organize my shop. And eventually I'll give you a tour. It's temporary until the one's built out back. Hopefully this spring it gets built, but depends on how backed up they are. It's going to be built. It's not going to be prefabricated. And, excuse me, set down. I got to pour the concrete. It's going to have concrete floor. And then I'm probably going to put some type of, I don't know if I'm going to leave it concrete. I might do the concrete where you throw the glitter down and you can grab the floor. You don't slip and slide on the floor as much. So, and then I'll run padding over where the workbenches are. That way when I'm standing there, it's not killing my back or my neck. And I built them up high enough so that I'm not leaning over. And I can do a little bit. Excuse me, I got the hiccups on top of that. Trying to clear my throat and I get a hiccup. I'll put padding on the floor and I'll have a stool. So that, excuse me, so that when I start getting aching when I can't stand anymore, I'll sit in the stool. Dadgummit, I got the hiccups and I didn't even have tacos. So here's what I want to know. So you hit 1,000 subscribers, okay? Now you can be monetized, right? Okay. So I'm being monetized. I look and see what you have to do to how you earn money. You know, not that I'm looking to make a living on that monetization, but how you earn money. So I'm following all the parameters, all the rules and everything. And the other day I was up to $25, the highest I've been since I've been able to go monetize. And right now, as of right now, it could have changed. It could have changed. We're going to check. I'm down to $19.64. So here's what I don't get. So here's a little disclaimer. For those of you that are watching my videos, there are ads that are on there that I would not support, I do not agree with, and they're putting them up. So they're getting revenue, and I'm getting monetization. Now my monetization drops. Could someone please explain that to me? Because the watch time minutes on my analytics are in the parameters of what they say in order to get monetization. So how do you lose money once you make that money? It's what's really ticking me off with YouTube. So, I will be moving and doing video, not moving, but I'll be doing some videos on what's called UGETUBE, UGETUBE, where there's no censorship, it's freedom of speech, and you can make money on it, right? So I've had people ask me, hey, how's Old Dirty? Haven't heard from Olddirtypiper in a while, blah, 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 blah. Well, Johnny did a video a couple months back, talked about, now he pissed some people off, and probably going to piss some of you off by what I say. He pissed some people off last year when he started going downhill, right, with his subscribers. But he came on a couple months ago, and he talked about how, he wanted to start doing reviews again. He was, made some changes and was doing what he was doing. Not much activity. Now, me and Olddirtypiper, we talk just about every other week, and I'm not going to defend him, but I am going to say this. He's a really nice guy, which might piss some of you off that I say that, because I know him outside of YouTube. And he's got a channel on UGETUBE now. So I will put the link in the description box to his channel on UGETUBE. And I encourage you to go check it out. He's going to do tobacco reviews over there. He's going to share with you his pipe collections. He's really into the Dunhills right now. He's doing really good. He's doing well. And he still has his channel on YouTube, but he's not getting much for views, but he's, so he's going to try another avenue. And, I've been researching this UGETUBE for some time, and it's an alternative to YouTube because of what YouTube's doing. Remember when they started demonetizing people and they took away a lot of stuff, and I know a guy, well, let me just say this, because I can. My coat's huge. It's my old coat. I lost all that weight. George Bruno lost a huge part of his income when they demonetized a lot of his stuff. No, that ain't right. Which brings me to my next topic of discussion. So go check out Olddirtypiper. I'll put the link in the box below. Here's the thing. My son and I, we had a nice conversation. Not a wonderful conversation. From two different generations the other day. And we disagree on a lot of things politically, what's going on in the world. Everything's politicized today, which is stupid. What's going on in the world, what needs to change, and he's telling me all his, giving me his views and his opinions, and I'm giving my views and opinions back. And you know what? At the end of the day, we walk away and we hang up the phone saying, love you, son. Love you too, Dad. We may disagree, but we had proper decorum and a good dialogue on the phone. That is what's needed more in this country, in this world, in social media. People that agree with the popular culture are being censored. they're being shut down, and it's not right. So, now I'm talking to you as an American, because well, let's just say 2% of all my subscribers are not from America. So I live in a freedom-loving country where the First Amendment rights, freedom of speech. You also have to understand that when you say things, you better be ready for the backlash. But you know the beauty of this? I can say something that I disagree with you, or you could say something that I may not like, and that's fine. Because we have those freedoms in the United States of America. You're free to say what you want to say. You can't threaten people. That's a crime. But you're free to speak your mind. So I heard Simon say it this morning, and it's true. And this is the way I am, because I'm thick-skinned. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. You can say bad things all you want about me. That's your opinion, and that's fine. And I respect that, and I get that. And not everybody has to like me, and not everybody has to agree with me. That's fine. There's a lot of people that I don't agree with on YouTube. I'm still subscribed to them. Why? Because I like supporting their channel. I want their voice to be heard. So if you're not from America, and I'm not being condescending, it's hard for you to understand. But we have a constitution that gives us rights. Inalienable rights. And the First Amendment is one of them. The Second Amendment is another one of them. The right to bear arms. The right to bear arms was so that we would never face tyranny again. So the government would understand that the people will be able to rise up and revolt if the government tries to be tyrannical the way it was before the United States was born. And that's the way this country works. That's civics, man. That's civics. Civics is something they don't even teach. I can't get this stupid thing lit. So let's respect others' views and opinions, even from different countries. I do. You have different laws. You have different. Your country's set up differently, and I get it. I get it. I understand that. Then we have another, let's pray for the people in France. Another attack. It looks like it's a terroristic attack. Here's my opinion, and this is just my opinion. Any terrorist, we should be going after them with extreme prejudice. That is the way Ronald Reagan did not deal with terrorists. He said it. We will not deal with terrorists. George W. Bush, went after, the terrorists with extreme prejudice. Good. They don't belong alive. George Herbert Walker Bush went after Saddam Hussein, shock and awe. That war was over real quick. We have an election coming up. It's an important election. Either way it goes, whoever is duly elected is the President of the United States. And we have to accept that, whether we disagree with that person or not. There will be no civil unrest from this man. From this man, there will be no civil unrest. You know, I take the attitude of you attack me, you got one of two choices. I will fight back, or I'll talk to you about God, Jesus Christ. I'll give you the gospel. We can have a Bible study. We can have a shootout. I prefer a Bible study. Because I don't hate anybody. But I will protect my family and myself. Because freedom isn't free, as it's said. The famous quote. And Ronald Reagan said years before he was president, freedom is just one generation away. Our American freedom, loss of our American freedom is just one generation away. And I fear that most, that we would lose our freedoms as Americans. Well, you may not agree with that. And that's fine. But I like my country the way it is. There's a lot of things that need to be changed. They're spending money, our money, on things it shouldn't be, and they should be spending it on other things. We got problems, just like any other country. But it seems like when something bad happens here, oh, America's got... Don't even give me that crap. Every nation has its good and its bad. And the United States is no exception. We're a democracy, and we can make that change. We can make things change through peaceful protests, through voting. You don't like the way something's done? Don't sit there. Make a change. Step up. Get active. Don't get violent. Get active. Help make a change. We talk about eradicating racism. It's never going to be eradicated. It's been around since the beginning of time. There's always going to be those idiots who are racist. And I live near some. And we have some heated exchanges because of it. Because I don't like racists. And they don't talk to me as much as they used to. But they respect me. Because I told them where I stand. I didn't just let it slide. I spoke up. Educate. You want to change things? Educate. Educate facts. Educate truth. Educate right from wrong. Good and evil. What is good and what is evil. That's how we change things. It starts in the home. And it works its way out into the community, into the towns, into the local governments, into the state, and then into the federal. Change has to start there. It starts in the home. And my son and I, we disagree on some things, but he thinks for himself. And you know what? We agree on more than we disagree. And he knows that, and so do I. And I respect him. For being able to speak his mind to me. And not be afraid. And I love him because he's my son. And I always will, even if we disagreed on everything. I would still love him because he's my son. Well, that's about all I got to say about that. I hope you all have a good evening. Check it out in the box below. UGETUBE. UGETUBE. I'll put a link in there to Old Dirty Piper's new channel on there. Check him out on YouTube. He's still on YouTube. Just look him up, Old Dirty Piper. He's still there. Check him out. Help my buddy out. He's a good man. But when you talk to him, like I do on a regular basis, yeah, I hear where he's coming from. And you know what? He's a delightful guy to talk to. And he's been a loyal and true friend to me. We don't agree on everything. But you know what? He's a good friend, and he's a good man, and he's got a good heart. The thing I respect about him most is he takes the time to tell you his opinion. He'll tell you what he's thinking. It's not going to tickle your ear. It's going to tell you what he thinks you need to hear. And you may not agree with it. And you don't have to agree with it. It's one man's opinion. Nothing wrong with that. Well, y'all have a good night. God bless. God loves you. So do I. Light 'em up.